how much do you think content creators can make it in a month? Someone with just say 100K following right now.
I think 30 to 50,000.
Easy.
Yeah. So for the longest time, people thought I'm going through a breakup, and then I also started uploading very sad reels. I was uploading those reels because I thought it was relatable, not because I was going through anything. Usually, when you're upset, you don't tell the person why you're upset, and you just be like, nothing, I'm fine. There's nothing bothering
Yeah.
me. You
Yeah.
should just tell them because they're not mind readers. You
Yeah.
have to tell them what is bothering you. Communication is key. Even shouting at your partner and raising your voice at them is, I feel it's wrong.
It's kind of an abuse.
Yeah, it is.
It
I
is.
feel like it's an emotional abuse. Personally, like when somebody shouts at me, I get very scared and I start crying. In
I
that
know.
way, you're emotionally abusing me.
If you really want to be with that person,
Yeah,
you would do anything. Like you
yeah,
would just kill your ego and do everything and go
yeah.
and talk to them to make it all right.
If they wanted to, they would. I think this one time I was mad at him, but I didn't know what I was mad at him about.
What?
It's a huge turn on for me when men are expressive about their emotions
Yeah.
and they tell you how they feel. They don't pretend to be like, okay, मर्द को कभी दर्द नहीं होता. Bro, what the hell? You're human. It's okay if you feel pain.
Exactly.
It's
Exactly.
a huge turn on when a guy is expressive about his emotions and tells you what he feels.
I have I have not
Mm.
gone out on a date with a follower. Welcome back to yet another episode of Unset Feeling with Shanky. And I'm your host and the man behind this podcast. Today we are back again at our favorite studio, the Taper Fox studio in Indiranagar. If you are a creator or a business looking forward to shoot your content, well, then this is the place for you. So today's episode has been a killer because we spoke about how content creators make money and how much do they make, love, and for everyone who is going through a major heartbreak and how to move on. We spoke about all of these things with our guest for the day, who is Eamon, also known as Just Aiming on Instagram. Welcome. Hi, Ames.
Hi, Shanky.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
So first of all, I'm really confused. Okay, what do people call you? Do they call you Ames? They call you Eamon? What is it?
Most people don't even know how to pronounce my name because it's a like a weird, unique name. It's Ayman, but some people call it Ayman, Ayman, Ames. You can call me Ames because we are friends. My friends call me Ames. So
And
yeah,
otherwise, other people on Instagram, what do they call you?
my audience call me Ames because they feel that connect towards me. They feel like I'm their friend. Like a lot of times this has happened where people meet me offline and they don't even feel like they're meeting a stranger. They feel like, okay, I have known this person because I see her every single day on on her Snapchat. So they feel that like that personal connect. They feel like I am their friend. So they
Right,
call me Ames.
right. So with that, Ames, I'll call you Ames now. Okay. So with that, Ames, we all want to know who is Ames
Hmm.
as a person. Okay, people know you on Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay, we all know you on Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay, we all know your personality on Instagram.
Hmm.
But apart from Instagram, we want to know you. Who are you?
That's a tough question. I feel like I'm pretty much very transparent with my audience, especially on Snapchat. On Instagram, I feel like I do try my best to be my most aesthetic self. So actually on Instagram, I'm not truly myself. If you follow me on Snapchat, that is when you'll see a little more personal side of me because I don't really like my Instagram and YouTube videos are pretty scripted.
Got
But
it. Yeah.
except my prank videos are actually genuine, okay? But otherwise, the concept ones are obviously scripted. But on Snapchat, I'm pretty like I just woke up, I start Snapchatting, I start talking to
Okay.
my audience.
So that is like the real you that is coming
Yeah,
like
definitely. Yeah.
on spot
Yeah.
from you.
Yeah. I don't like yeah, I'm my true authentic self on my Snapchat. Like even now while I was coming here, I'm like telling my Snapchat audience, guys, I'm getting late. I'm stuck in traffic. I wish I was taking the metro. And people know how much I love the metro. Like they know my likes and dislikes because I'm connected to them every single day.
Wow.
Yeah, I talk to my Snapchat audience every single day.
Wow. So
Yeah.
I think you are more connected to your Snapchat fam than Instagram fam.
Yeah, definitely. Now people will start asking me, do you like Instagram fam more or Snapchat fam? But I don't like, I feel like the same people who follow me on Snapchat also follow me on Instagram. But
Right.
yeah, like, yeah, I feel like it's a shared audience. So Yeah, I think even if they follow me on Snapchat, they will feel like they know me on
They
Instagram as
know you
well.
on. So
Yeah.
this for all your Instagram audience.
Hmm.
Please go and watch her on Snapchat.
Yes, please, guys. Then you'll feel like you're following a friend.
Following a friend.
Yeah, definitely. This is also because, when you randomly find a profile on Instagram, you'll not want to follow them unless you feel like they know you. That is why it's so
Right.
important to have a personal, like,
I,
branding with your audience. And that is how you grow.
yes.
If you just produce content, and then after a point, people will not watch you if your content is boring, which is why it is important to have like a connection with your audience, because then your audience is not leaving you because your content is boring. They're going to still stay with you even if your content is boring, because they know you as a person,
Right. Right.
if that makes
That
sense.
definitely makes sense. I think what you mentioned is also what Tanmay Bhatt said.
Hmm.
Okay, so I follow Tanmay Bhatt here and there.
Hmm.
So he always talks about building a community.
Oh,
Okay,
yes.
again, what you're talking about, that you have to be connected to your audience, like in and out.
Yeah.
And if your audience starts connecting with you and they make you a part of their life,
Yeah.
I think that is when you can start selling them anything.
Yeah, true. Because so many times when I'm inactive, people start messaging me, they start commenting saying, "Where is she gone? Why is she disappeared?" And that you'll get only if you have a connection with your audience. If you
Exactly.
just keep producing, if one day you disappear, nobody will care about you. But if you
Exactly.
have that, bond and connection with your audience, they will miss you when you're gone. So
Exactly.
it's very important to have a personal connection, especially if you're a content creator who wants to, like, stay in the long run. It's important to have a
It is very
community.
important too.
Yeah.
So with that, Ames, how is your content creation journey going on so far? Like, how are you liking it?
Okay, I'm going to be very honest. In the beginning, it was for fun. Like, I started off for fun because it was something that I was passionate about since the beginning. Like, making videos, telling stories, taking pictures of myself and modeling and stuff was something that I was passionate about. So it started off for fun, and then it turned into a career. And then now there are days when I wake up and I don't feel motivated like I used to feel before.
Oh,
Yeah, even if you're very very passionate about something, it's not necessary that you will wake up one day and you'll still feel the same energy that you felt when you started off.
absolutely.
Yeah, there are days when, even though I love what I do, there are days when I feel like I can't. I just want to
Ex-
not do anything today.
exactly.
So I think I am at a point right now where it's not out of passion, it's out of, like, it's become my bread and butter now, so it's out of a career.
Right. I think what you mentioned is a big talk again, because I personally felt that, because people start thinking, say, I like content creation.
Mm,
Okay, you like content creation.
mm,
Just because we like content creation and we are into it,
mm,
we should not feel tired. We
mm,
should not get bored out of it, because this is something that we love.
mm.
But this to everyone, like, even if you like something, even if you love something and you're still doing that,
Yeah,
there will be a time where you'll feel tired.
yeah, yeah,
You will feel like, I don't want to do this anymore.
yeah,
You will be like, okay, I am done with this.
yeah.
There will be days like that.
You can literally compare this to working out. When you start off, first day you're like, oh my god, I feel so strong and energetic, I want to do this every single day. And then it's like eating dal chawal also. The first day it feels yummy, the first day working out feels yummy, and then the next day slowly slowly it gets boring. After
Exactly.
a while, every day you'll not feel the same energy you felt on the starting.
R-
And that is why most people give up as well when they start working out, because first 2 days they're like all energetic, and then
Yeah.
they're like, I'm done, bro.
Right.
I'm not seeing abs. I'm just gonna give up
Absolutely.
now.
Absolutely. So I think with that, Ames, how do you maintain that? Because as you mentioned, there are days
Yeah,
where you don't want to do, and it's
yeah.
just not one day. It can be like a week together. It
Months.
can be months together.
Yeah.
So how do you manage during those times? Because you still have to create content.
Mm.
You still have to post it. And
Yeah.
there is no break for content
Mm-hmm.
creators, to be very
Yeah.
honest. If you do not post for 1 week, your
Mm.
channel is down.
Yeah.
So how do you manage in those days?
I think that is when it's, like I said earlier as well, that is why it's very, very important to have an audience who will not leave you if you take a break. Like, there have been times when I felt so low, I've told my audience I don't feel good. And then there have been people who have texted me saying, please take a break, just relax. Come back whenever you want to, we'll be right here. That is
Right.
why it's very, very important to have a community who's going to stay with you, even if you take a break. Obviously, don't take them for granted and just disappear for months.
Right.
Like,
Right. Right.
for Ashish Chanslani, for
Yes.
example,
Yes. Yes.
he's taken a break right now, I think.
Yes.
But then I
Yes.
know for a fact when he starts posting, people are going to be there to watch him again because of the, like, he's done so well for so many years. We love him so much. So we will be there for him when he comes back as well.
I think this is what building a community is
Yeah,
basically
definitely.
that even if you move apart, you
Yeah.
come back, people are still waiting for you to be there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be like, okay, if you're tired, chuck it, just hustle, just go ahead and still post. I feel like if you're tired, you have to take a break. You shouldn't force yourself to create content. You should take a break, and that is when you need to have like an audience who'll stay by you even when you come back.
But don't you think once you take that break, your whole like the engagement falls?
Yeah,
And
on Instagram, I feel that.
yes,
On Instagram, I feel like if I don't post for 2 3 days, my engagement goes down.
what?
Yeah, 2 3 days if you don't post, the engagement goes down. If you post every day, even if your content is average, it still kind of does well because maybe the algorithm supports you being consistent. But if you're inactive for like 2 3 days, you're it's like you have to build your engagement from start again. So Instagram that way is very stressful for me.
Right. And with that, what do you think about the creators industry right now?
Hmm.
Like it is growing rapidly. Now
Yeah.
today you just step out of your house, there are people shooting something.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you think about that? And where do you think this is going?
I do some. I will not lie. I do feel it's getting saturated. Every other person is creating content these days. Sitting at home, they start like trying a new recipe. They become like cooking content creators.
Yeah, yeah,
They go
yeah,
out
yeah.
and they try a different dish, and then they review the dish in the restaurant. They become food vloggers.
Right.
It's pretty like accessible and easy for people these days to become content creators. Probably because of the fact that we all have phones, and it's so easy to just shoot a video and then post it because
Right.
everything is there in just one device.
Right.
So yeah, it is like opening up for a lot of people to join content creation. But again, if you're like I said, no, in the beginning you will get this excitement. Maybe people are doing it out of excitement.
Exactly.
Later, maybe they'll realize, okay, fine, this is after it becomes a career for you. You will not have that same motivation.
Absolutely.
So there are a lot of people who will start quitting because they feel like, okay, I'm tired. And then the ones who still go on and they still continue,
They
they
are
are the
the
ones who
ones
who
who
make
make
it
it.
big. Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
So, why do you think a lot of people are moving into content creation right now? Like,
Hmm.
why is that happening? Do you think it is because they know how much content creators are earning?
I don't know if people know how much content creators are earning because every time a content creator just sits at home and just uploads a some video and then they are traveling because content creators
Yes.
earn quite a lot. The audience is surprised like how like are content creators really earning that much? So I don't think people are aware of how much content creators earn. I'm not sure about that.
Okay. Okay. Let's give them some idea. Whosoever is watching this,
Yeah.
and if they want to, so just let's start with this.
Hmm.
How much do you think content creators can make it in a month? Someone with just say 100K following right now.
100K. I I think 30 to 50,000.
Easy.
Yeah, I
Easy.
think so. Yeah,
30 to 50K.
thousand
Again,
for
there is
a
no,
reel
I think there's again, no, I'm saying in a month.
in a month.
Yeah.
That is hard. That depends on how many collaborations they take up.
So, say, example, you mentioning 30 to 50K for one
Reel.
reel they would
Yeah,
charge
yeah,
from a brand,
yeah.
keeping in mind they are doing, say, two to three reels, a brand reel in a month.
Hmm.
So, that would sum up
30 into
to,
3, 90K, 1
yeah,
lakh.
easy, like 1 lakh to 1 lakh 50,000 they can earn a
Yeah,
month
yeah,
through content creation.
yeah.
Now, same thing, someone with 1 million following.
Hmm.
How much do they charge for a single reel right now? What do you think?
I wish I had 1 million followers. So I would know this. I would know this, but then I'm pretty sure that they easily charge like 5 to 7 lakh
For one
for
brand
one
reel.
reel branded video. I'm guessing. I'm guessing. I'm not sure because I am not at 1 million. So
And again, I think it also depends on the kind of genre you are into
yeah.
and the kind of content that you are creating, the
Mm.
value of your content. I think it also differs from that. So, someone who is at 100K
Mm.
can charge 80K for a branded video as well.
Mm.
Someone who's at 100K can also charge just 20K for a branded video as
Yeah.
well. It also depends on
I think
creator to
brands
creator.
don't look at your followers. They mostly look at your engagement in your videos. They check how many comments and how many likes they have. They care more about engagement than followers. Like even the other day, I was watching some page by Instagram itself. It's called Creators. They discuss about in they discuss about pages and what matters more, followers, engagement, what,
Right.
and a lot of importance is given more to engagement than followers. Followers is just a number. Your engagement is what matters, because finally that is your audience. That is, they are the ones who are engaging with your content. It's
Right.
easy to get like followers, like get 1 million, 2 million. Finally, who are the people watching you? What if you have like 2 million followers and your views are like 10K?
Oh
It's
my
like,
God.
did you buy followers? That's what people will think. Like,
Yeah.
the other day on Reddit, there were people talking about how I have about like 4 lakh 50K -ish followers, and my engagement is good, like touch wood. They're like, how does she get like 10 million views, 20 million views? Does Iman buy followers? Like how is it that her followers are not increasing but her engagement is great?
They're
Is
talking about you on Reddit.
Yeah, people were telling, like, how is it possible that her engagement is so great but her followers are not increasing? Is she buying engagement?
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
there was a gossip about me over there, and and then there were a lot of people defending me there, saying no, she pops up a lot on my feed. I don't think she buys engagement at all, because if you go through her comments as well, her comments are really like very authentic.
Right.
If you buy bots and if you buy engagement, you can actually
You can figure it out basically. You
yeah,
will get to
basically
know.
it's like one word compliments.
Yes.
Great, good, wow.
Yeah.
That's the kind of
Yeah.
comments that come from bots.
Right.
Okay.
Absolutely.
But if you have like genuine audience, you'll see big, big paragraphs. You'll see people criticizing your content. All
Right.
of that are like authentic, genuine audience, and not bots or what's the word? Bot engagement.
Bot engagement.
I
Go.
don't.
Yeah. So, Ames, we just spoke about like how much could content creators earn in a month.
Yeah.
But do you think every month is the same for every content creator?
No, no, definitely not. Because there are some days when you'll not earn at all, like zero. And then there are days when it does, like you do so well, it makes up for the fact that you didn't earn last month. There are days like it's not the same every month. And also it's more like, okay, suppose there's Diwali coming up, or Christmas coming up.
Christmas coming up.
Brands think of that as, okay, this is a great time for us to sell our products. This is a okay, we have this Nika fashion 60% off sale.
Yeah, yeah,
This is
yeah,
not sponsored by Nika, by the way.
yeah.
Oh, there's a sale going on, so this is the perfect time for us to get influencers and get promote our brands more. So brands also every month they like change. Yeah, every month they come to creators depending on if there is something going on in their own brand
Correct.
going on.
Correct. So
Yeah,
during the festival season you're talking
yeah,
about
festival season definitely.
like there are a lot of brands who are coming to creators and
Yeah,
want to promote
definitely.
their
Because
products.
there is a reason why people would, do shopping and stuff during Diwali, during Christmas. So during this time, creators do pretty well.
Right. But again, as you mentioned, it is not the same every month.
Yeah,
Right. And I think that is the difference between a 9 to 5 job
yeah,
and
yeah,
doing content creation,
yeah,
because 9 to 5 job, at least you have some kind of a stability. Like,
yeah,
kuch bhi ho jaye, end of the day, you are getting that much amount in your bank account.
yeah. And that is why it's so scary to be what you are right now, because every month it's like not guaranteed that you're going to get a salary.
Right.
So that
Right.
is why it's a little scary business to be in, because you don't know if next month you'll do as well as this month.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I think
that is why you should like broaden your horizons. That is why you should be active on all social media platforms: YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter.
right. And I think that is why in as content creators, there is no stability.
Yeah,
Okay, few months you are earning like lakhs.
yeah,
There are months that you're not earning anything at all. So
yeah,
you just have to compensate those. Like you have to be good at math as well,
yeah,
because you have to use that money for the next month. Keep it. If you are
yeah,
like the only bread earner in the
yeah,
house,
yeah,
you have to keep those things in mind.
yeah.
But with that, what are your plans, aims with content creation going forward?
That's a very tough question, because just yesterday I was having a team meeting call, and I was telling them how lost I feel. This is something that every content creator feels. We feel lost at one point because you don't know where this is going, what is the future. Because if you're in a corporate job, it's like you're trying to climb the corporate ladder. You're a intern, and then you're an employee, and then you're a manager, and then you can try and be the CEO.
Correct.
You never know. But here it's like you don't know what's next. You don't know where this is going. So I feel lost a lot, like all the time. So as of now, I don't have any big plans, but I think I'm planning to shift back to Mumbai. I was living there. It's much better for content creators to stay there.
In what way is it better?
I think in Mumbai, it's pretty common that the whole concept of influencers, content creators, and all that. But in Bangalore, even if you're shooting in public, there'll be a security guard coming saying, "Madam, you cannot shoot her. Please go from here." This has happened to me so many times.
In
Like,
Bangalore?
yeah, when I'll be shooting somewhere and they'll be, like, "Ma'am, please go from here. You're not allowed to shoot here." This happened. They're not open-minded about people vlogging and recording in public.
Oh my
Yeah, this
god.
has happened to me personally. I don't know about other content creators, but every time I try to film in public, there is some security guard or somebody telling, "Please don't vlog here or record here. This is not allowed."
I think that is why I think one of the best decisions that the Indian government took
Hmm.
is to organize a content creators meet. You
Hmm.
remember, like few months back, there was a content creators meet from all over India,
There was
and
this.
even the prime minister was
Oh yeah,
available there.
the one where they gave the awards to. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
where
yeah,
they. So I think that was the first meet for content creators officially.
yeah.
Otherwise, I think from that day, since that meet, I
Hmm.
think content creation has come into light
Hmm.
that okay, they have started respecting. Or I think, trust me, 1 year back, there were people who never respected content creators.
Yeah.
They think ये तो रोड में खड़ा होके क्या भीख मांग रहा है. I'm not kidding. I'm not even kidding. They
Yeah,
think we are like some salesman on the road trying to sell
yeah.
something or trying to do some gimmick.
I mean, definitely. Right now, the whole concept of content creators, influencers, is this is a career now. This is like a job. People do consider it as a job and not a hobby anymore. Especially because of the fact that influencers are earning so much. So
Yes.
obviously, the government looks at it as
Yeah,
taxpayers.
yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
yeah,
not like
yeah.
okay, it's a pocket money anymore. This is the amount that influencers earn. You cannot call it a pocket money.
Yeah,
It's somebody's salary that they have earned throughout the month. Like
yeah,
the whole month ka salary influencers earn with like one reel,
yes.
or even they earn even more.
Correct.
It's that
Now,
much.
now everyone who is looking, watching this podcast, I know they would think, okay, let's become an influencer. But again, there is one thing I want to tell everyone:
Mm,
an influencer has started from zero, first of all.
yeah,
So, if today he's earning 1 lakh from one reel,
mm,
that does not mean he started today. He has started some 4 years back.
yeah,
He or she has started some 4 years back.
definitely.
All these 4 years, they've been working hard trying to reach where they are right now,
Yeah,
and then they started earning this much.
yeah,
So you also have to count the 3-4 years that they have invested.
yeah, definitely. But see, when I started off, I I was making videos for fun. Like I said in the beginning, I was 15, 16 years old when I was making videos for fun, and my videos did not go viral back then. I was genuinely making it just for fun, and it took me I think about 2 3 years to figure out what genre to go into, what
Exactly.
kind of videos to make, and what kind of videos work. And then finally, when I was about like 18, no, wait, 20, 18, 19, that is when, imagine, it's been such a long time.
6 years.
Yeah, finally, after that, I realized, okay, this is what is my thing and this is what I'm having fun with. You won't believe it. I started off actually as a fashion content creator and
Yeah.
a transition content creator. It was back in TikTok, and
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
TikTok
Yeah.
is banned.
Okay. Yeah.
I started off with making transition videos and all of that, and it didn't do that well. And that then I shifted to making relatable comedy content, and that is what started working for me. And that is when I hit it off.
Wow.
Yeah, so it takes time to find your your what's
Niche.
your niche. Yeah.
But how do you feel today? How do you feel? Like, how do you really feel as a content creator? I just want to know it from you. Like, how are you feeling right now being a content creator?
Right now, I'm at a phase where I want to experiment more. I want to see, I want to try different kinds of genre. I've been making relatable content for a very long time, and now I want to make a shift and try other genres as well, but
Absolutely.
while keeping what people actually follow me for. I also want to try other aspects of content creation.
And
Uh,
what are those? If you can just give the audience a little bit of masala here.
maybe something in I would say travel, but then I don't know.
Wow.
Recently, one content creator died
Oh
jumping off
my
from a
God.
cliff or something.
Yeah, yeah.
That
So
was
no,
the.
so basically what happened, uh, she was a content creator
Hmm.
and there was nothing to
I'm so sorry. I
yeah,
actually don't know
yeah.
her.
So I'll
Hmm.
quickly tell everyone. So basically she was a content creator
Hmm.
and she went for a trek.
Okay.
Okay, she was not shooting at all.
Hmm.
Just because she was a content creator and she slipped, like during the rainy season, the roads are very slippery.
Hmm.
She slipped and she fell
Hmm.
down.
Hmm.
She was not shooting, but
Okay.
the whole media, everyone started putting it out as she was filming a reel
Hmm.
and that is why she slipped and fell.
That is what even I heard. I heard she was shooting a reel and then she slipped
Exactly.
and fell.
They only want news.
I didn't know that.
They only want, and that is the biggest problem. Just because they want to, and I'll tell you one of the pages what happened. I saw one of the screenshots on Reddit again.
Hmm.
A a creator
Hmm.
texted one of these big pages.
Hmm.
They put out the same headline that she slipped because while shooting a reel or
Hmm.
something.
Hmm.
And this creator, she obviously she knows the reality. She texts the page
Hmm.
saying that please remove this. This is not valid, and
Hmm.
this is exactly not what happened.
Hmm.
They are like, because this content got so much engagement already,
Hmm.
we cannot remove it.
Oh my god. Yeah. It's like bad publicity. It doesn't matter for them as long as it's doing well.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And I
True.
think the media houses, the news houses, they just want those
Any kind of publicity,
any kind of
even
publicity.
if it's bad. True.
So I think that is one of the very like bad thing as a creator that I have come across.
Hmm.
And as you also did not know about it, what
Yeah, I
exactly
didn't know
happened,
that.
right?
Plus, I don't know this
Because
person
it is again not
personally.
your problem. It is the media houses what they are
Yeah.
publishing. Everyone is reading that.
Yeah. That's what I heard. That she was shooting a reel and she fell off the cliff.
No, that was not the reality. And exactly that is why I think people needs to get into the idea of what exactly happened and
Hmm.
find out what exactly what was the real situation there.
Hmm. They just maybe wanted to make some dramatic news out of it.
I
So
swear, I swear.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So with that, Ames, we have spoken a lot about content creation.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's move to something very interesting and something I think what your followers also want to know about
Yeah.
is your love life.
Okay.
So, Ames, starting with the most simple question, and we all know the answer.
Hmm.
Are you dating, Ames?
Yeah, I've been in a very, very happy relationship for the last 2.5 years. And since the beginning of my relationship with this guy, people I have known, they know him. Like, even before I got into a relationship with him, I was hanging out with him as my friend. And I would go around telling he's my friend. And then obviously, people caught on to the fact that she's hanging out with this guy too much. They're not just friends, they're dating. So, since the beginning, my audience has been a part of my journey, even before we
Wow.
started dating. Yeah.
Wow. So, when you were together, the first day, the audience knew that you were together? Or
No,
they got to know a little later?
so when I started posting him on my feed and all that, we were friends, and people were very interested to know who this guy is because I usually don't shoot with a lot of people. I'm
Hmm.
a very reserved person, and I only shoot with people I'm comfortable with, such
Hmm.
as yourself. So a lot of people don't appear on my feed a lot. So randomly there was this new guy popping up on my feed a lot, on my stories, on my reels, and people were very interested to know who is this guy. She's probably not just friends with him. So in the beginning, there were people who were guessing the fact that we were dating. So finally, in some one YouTube video, we made a reveal saying, "Yeah, we are dating."
Wow. And how did that video perform?
Oh, any video with Aryan does well. Any video with Aryan does well.
Aryan, you're lucky.
Yeah, I think people, it's because people like to see
Yeah,
couple related
couple related.
reels. Even my reels, anything with Aryan in it does well. And it's not like I'm using Aryan for views or anything.
Absolutely.
It's just that I'm genuinely trying to be relatable in that like anything I go through in life, I like to make like reels about it. So suddenly I was in a relationship, I started making a lot of reels with Aryan. So yeah, those did perform really well.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how is the relationship now going with Aryan, and how has it been in the past 2.5 years?
Okay, so in the beginning, I think I was very excited to be in a relationship. So I was going around telling everyone, like, yeah, this is my boyfriend. We are making a reel together and all that. And then later, I think you shouldn't show off about something too much because obviously nazar and all that.
Yeah.
So there was a time when I felt like I shouldn't make my relationship so
Public.
public because there were so many people's opinions coming into my relationship. Oh, do you really think you will marry him? Like, where is this relationship even going? Huh? Like, a lot of nonsense opinions come from people, and that is when I decided to make my relationship private. And that is what I did for the last like 6 7 months, I think, maybe a year. My relationship has been very, very private. Like, I have barely been posting him lately,
Yeah, got it.
and that is when people thought I broke up. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
so they again started texting you. Did you
Yeah,
guys really break up or
yeah.
something?
Did you guys break up? What's happening? We've not seen him for a while. What is up with you guys? So for the longest time, people thought I'm going through a breakup, and then I also started uploading very sad reels. I was uploading those reels because I thought it was relatable, not because I was going through anything. So people started, connecting the dots. Maybe she broke up. That is why she's making sad reels.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
for the longest time, people thought I broke up, but then no, guys, we are dating. We're just making our relationship really private, because a private relationship is a happy relationship. It does well, like, personally. Yeah, I'm in a very happy space personally right now,
Right,
because I've been keeping my relationship so private.
right. And so, for anyone who is dating right now or just started dating,
Mm.
Ames, okay. So, what is that few things you would want to tell them,
Hmm.
like to make your relationship better?
Hmm. I think communication. Usually, when you're upset, you don't tell the person why you're upset, and you just be like, nothing, I'm fine. There's nothing
Yeah,
bothering me. You
yeah,
should just tell them, because they're not mind readers.
yeah.
You have to tell them what is bothering you. Communication is key. And that is what has helped my relationship for the longest time. Not having any kind of ego, not um, keeping things to yourself or your feelings to yourself. Because if you can't open up to your own partner, then who else will you open up to?
Absolutely.
So they are your comfort person. They are like your human diary, and you should be able to open up to them about your feelings. And if you can't open up to them about your feelings, then I don't think they're the one for you. If you're not comfortable with them, who else will you be comfortable with?
I think that makes so much sense.
Yeah.
So I think this to everyone, and it is not just about feeling good.
Hmm.
Even there might be days where you might be feeling very low or
Hmm.
anything. You have to communicate that as well to your partner.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe your partner wants to go out, but you are
Hmm.
not in a mood. Clearly say maybe, hey, I'm not in a mood right now
Yeah.
to go out.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I
Definitely.
just want to stay in and have
Yeah.
some good time.
Yeah. Definitely.
Right?
Communication is definitely has been key. And also, if there are misunderstandings as well, talking it out is another thing that helps a lot in a relationship. What else? Yeah, I think for me personally, that has been my biggest factor, like, in making a better relationship. I think one thing me and Aryan don't do is we don't raise our voices at each other.
Wow.
I mean,
I think that, yeah, that is, I think, very important in a
yeah, I
relationship.
think, people keep talking about, oh my god, he raised her hand on her. People talk about like physical abuses a lot. They don't talk about like shouting and emotional abuses as well. No, I don't think this topic has been spoken about enough. Even shouting at your partner and raising your voice at them is, I feel it's wrong.
It's kind of an abuse.
Yeah, it is.
It
I
is.
feel like it's an emotional abuse. Personally, like when somebody shouts at me, I get very scared and I start crying. In
I
that way,
know.
you're emotionally abusing me. So that's
Absolutely.
if there's one thing me and Aryan don't do, we don't shout at each other or we don't raise our voices at each other, even if we are angry. I think one thing we do when we are angry is we take space. We take a break from each other. We
Wow.
don't talk to each other. I feel like being quiet and being silent is much better than shouting and screaming and telling things that you don't mean. You
But
know?
again, being silent for a certain
Yeah,
period and then
definitely.
coming back again and
Yeah.
trying to solve that problem. What
Yeah.
exactly happened?
Don't like ghost them for like weeks and be like, I was mad at you for 1 week. So,
Yeah.
no, take your space, but then after some time, come back and tell them what's bothering you.
I think it is also about the ego that comes into the picture.
Yeah.
So right now, you and Aryan, you've been in this kind of a relationship where both of you have left your ego behind.
Yeah.
Now you are there for each other.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people in a relationship with their egos.
Yeah.
So they'll be like, तू नहीं आएगा बात करने तो मैं भी नहीं जाऊंगा बात करने.
Yeah. I
And
think in the beginning of our relationship, we were like that. Oh, I will not talk to her first. She's made the mistake, so I will not approach first. It doesn't matter. I think when you're in a relationship, you have to be at a point where it doesn't matter whose fault it is, because if you care enough about a person, you will try to solve it and talk to them even if it was their fault in the first place.
I think I feel this personally. Okay, so I've been in few relationships,
Mm.
and I know you really want to be that, if you really want to be with that person,
Yeah.
you would do anything. Like you
Yeah.
would just kill your ego and do everything and go
Yeah.
and talk to them to make it all right.
If they wanted to, they would. Yeah. I've heard this phrase, if he wanted to, he would. I've heard this phrase a lot. Why can't it be if they wanted to? Even if she wanted to, she would. Like I
Yeah,
don't.
yeah, 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 yeah. Makes sense. I think this makes so much sense.
Feminism. Yeah. So I think it's a two-sided thing. Like, what you give is what you get. Uh, even if she was interested, she would make the effort. She would, try her best to make things work. And it's a two-sided relationship, like,
Absolutely.
two-way street.
Absolutely. Now, I'm sure, like as you mentioned, okay, in a relationship there are a lot of fights.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, I'm sure there might be a lot of fights in
Yeah,
your relationship,
definitely.
and I think that is common with all the relationship.
Yeah, we're human. We are tend to
Right.
like fighting.
Right. Now we want to know what are the fights about.
Oh my god. Let me think.
Give us the most funniest one.
Oh my god. No, our fights are never funny, I think. Oh, I think this one time I was mad at him, but I didn't know what I was mad at him about.
What?
Yeah, I was mad at him. I wouldn't talk to him, but then I couldn't remember what I was mad at him for. But all I knew is I was mad at him. This was
Oh
happened.
my god! What do we do in this situation?
I don't. This was a very rare day, by the way. This doesn't happen a lot. I'm not crazy. This is just one time I was just so upset. I don't even know why. But yeah.
And he was asking you like, "Why are you mad at me? Why are you mad at me?"
No, he was behaving very normal. Like, what's up with you? What happened? Did something happen? Did I do something? I'm like, yeah, you should know what you did. Yeah, that was weird. Yeah, that was a funny fight.
And what else? Give me one or two more.
Funny fight.
Not funny fight. Like what? Why
What do
do?
we fight about?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Most relationships are basically fighting about where to go to eat.
Oh my god!
We can't decide where to go. Oh, should we go to Empire? Oh my god, we've been there. We've been there like 10 times. I'm bored of that place. Should we go have sushi? Oh my god, I don't like sushi. Should we go have biryani? You like biryani. I don't like biryani. I don't eat. Most relationships are about fighting about where to go to
And
eat.
what is the solution to this?
We end up going to the same place we always go, Empire.
You don't explore a new place then.
Yeah, in the beginning of the relationship, it's like, yeah, you do explore places to eat. But then after a while, it's like you've tried everything. Now it's what do we do? Because your relationship is all about going out on dates and going out to eat.
Yeah, but I think no. What according to me, what we should do in this situation,
Hmm.
the girl should write three chits with the best places. I'll write three chits with the best places. Pick one and go there. I think the problem is solved.
The other day, I saw this reel. Okay, there was this. He was like, "This is a very great tip to get your girlfriend to decide where to go to eat." So basically, it's a guy and a girl sitting in a car, and then the girl comes into the car, and the guy goes like, babe, you will not guess, where we are going to eat today. And she's like, no way. And he's like, yeah, that's the place, what is it, tell me. And the girl goes like, Chick-fil-A or something like that, I don't know, Chick-fil-A. And he's like, yep, that's where we are going.
Oh my god!
That is such a good way to
That is
get.
a big hack.
Yeah, that's a very good way to get your girlfriend to decide where to go to eat.
Did you try that on your boyfriend?
No, I've not done it yet. Maybe I will. Yeah.
So
That's a good hack though.
now with that, what have been the most fun moments for you in the past 2.5 years with Aryan?
Oh, fun moments. Wait, I need to think. I think we've gone on a few trips together. We last year or something, we went to a Cordelia cruise. So it was a cruise ship.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it was a cruise ship that was going from Mumbai to Lakshadweep.
Yes.
And it was beautiful. Blue color water, and it was so romantic. And we're in a cruise ship for like 5 days. It was really romantic, and I think that was one of the highlights of our relationship. That trip. We don't go on a lot of trips, but then that was like definitely one of.
Tell me a little more about this ship.
Okay, so basically, Cordelia Cruises is a ship who reached out to me for a branded collaboration.
Okay.
It was a collaboration basically, and I was allowed to bring a plus one. So after a lot of convincing from our parents, he was allowed to come on this cruise ship with me, and it was a 5 night, 6 days cruise ship which went from Mumbai to Lakshadweep, and also it stopped in Kochi or someplace like that. I'm not sure. So for like 5 nights, you're there in that ship. You can't even like you were allowed to leave once in a while. That ship would stop at some island, and you were allowed to explore the
Explore
island
the island.
and then come back to the ship.
They'll
So
tell you the timings basically.
yeah, yeah,
Come back by this time.
half an
And
hour, 45 minutes, yeah.
oh,
And then the final destination was Lakshadweep, where it's a beach. So
okay. And what all did you have in the ship?
everything from catering to your meals to your sleep to entertainment, everything was catered to in the ship. There were like magic shows, dance shows,
Wow.
a swimming pool, gym, everything. Your needs were taken care of in the ship. This video is not sponsored by Cordelia Cruises, but it was a very good experience.
And how much did it cost you?
We I didn't
Like for anyone who wanted to go
Okay,
there,
to anyone who wants to go there, I'm not aware of the cost, but I think it.
approx if you can give us.
I don't know. I think it's 50K to 2 lakh.
Okay, it depends. It
Depends on
depending exactly depending
which
on the kind of room or the
yeah,
kind of stay
exactly.
that you're taking.
Yeah, so there the starting ship thing is basically who have no window. It's very claustrophobic because it's just one
Mm,
room with no window and it feels like a normal room. It doesn't even feel like you're in a ship.
right.
Then there's one more where you get a window
Mm,
and you can see the
this
ocean.
ocean
You can
view.
see the ocean and it's a beautiful like ocean, and then you can sleep there. And then there's one more where you have a I think that's the last one is the suite
Oh,
where you
wow.
get a balcony and you can go out and it's beautiful. You can literally there's a balcony and then you can see the sea and all that.
Right.
Then there's a master suite as
Oh
well.
my god. I think I'm just
The
imagine.
master suite also had like a bathtub. Imagine it's a cruise ship which has a bathtub in it
Oh my
and a
god.
jacuzzi as well. So that was very fancy. I was allowed to see it because obviously I went for a promotion of that place, so I was allowed to visit these
All these places.
rooms and all that. They did see let me see the jacuzzi and the swimming pool room and all that. But I was given the one with the window, the one with the
Wow.
ocean facing.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow. Wow.
it
So
was
I
fun.
think it's a beautiful place for couples to go.
Yeah,
Like if it
definitely.
falls in the budget,
Yeah,
okay,
definitely.
to try this out.
Yeah,
And it is
definitely.
something that you don't do on a daily basis. It's
Yeah.
like something very out of the world.
Yeah, and it's like a very nice experience if you want to go for your anniversary or something because it's so
Yeah.
romantic.
Yeah.
Very romantic. But the funny thing is that actually me and Aryan were just like 1 year into the relationship when we went to this cruise.
Wow. But it was a good time.
Yeah, it was a good time. We had a great time. Yeah.
Great, great.
Yeah.
So with this, Ames, we also want to know, like you mentioned about all these good places, the things that you've done,
Yeah.
and people in relationships. Now, what are few red flags that you
Seeing
believe?
a guy.
Yeah.
Oh my God, so many. uh, red flags in a guy. Wait, I need to think. Just you can cut this part out. Wait,
No
I
worries.
need to think. Hmm. I'm currently dating a green flag guy. So it's very, very difficult for me to think about a guy with a red flag. Okay. I think this has happened in my past relationship where there was something that I was very uncomfortable about, or I didn't want my partner to do a certain thing. Okay. And they said, yeah, I will not do this thing. But the thing is, they continue to do it, but they hid it from me. So hiding things from me and lying to me
Absolutely.
is a huge red flag because you've lied to me saying yeah you've changed and you're not doing this anymore, but you're still continuing to do it.
Continuing it.
It's a huge red flag I feel. And then the one more red flag I feel is not giving closure and having a mixed feeling, like giving mixed feelings and mixed signals to your partner. This has happened in one of my past relationships where a guy wasn't even being clear whether he wanted a relationship or was he not interested anymore. Like leaving a girl hanging is really a huge red flag according to me, because even if you don't want to be in a relationship with this
Absolutely.
person,
What?
give them closure, tell them you're not interested.
Yes. Yes.
Even if it's going to hurt my feelings, it's fine, at least give me the closure.
Right. And I think this goes for everyone. It just like from the girl's point of view, for the guy, from the guy's point of view, for the girl
Yeah,
again.
yeah, yeah,
Okay, that if you really don't feel
yeah.
and you think the other person is taking that kind of signals from you,
Mm.
please be clear about it.
Yeah, like please don't ghost. And these days it's become so common for our generation to ghost other people. Like just communicate and give them closure, is what I feel.
We also got to know about your red flags.
Yeah.
Okay, so when we talk about red flags, I think there is a situation that comes into the picture is a heartbreak.
Mm.
Okay, so have you gone through a heartbreak, James?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I, I've been in a few relationships myself, and yeah, I have dealt with heartbreak. I think the first time I ever felt intense amount of pain when I like ever felt I is when I was I think I was 14, 15 years old.
Oh.
I was in school, I think, back then, and I was basically there was this guy that I really, really liked, and he used to go in the same van as me or something like that. And I just wasn't in a relationship. I wasn't like into. I didn't want to have a relationship back then, so I kept rejecting him, even though I liked him.
Oh,
That was
but
very
I think you were just 14 that
that
time.
was very dumb of me, honestly, because I really liked him, but then I just wasn't ready for a relationship, so I kept rejecting him, and I somewhere thought, okay, fine, I've rejected him, but then he's not gonna go and date anybody else. Dumb. So and then one fine day he comes up and tells me I'm dating somebody else, like I'm dating a new person or something like that. That was the first time I felt like intense amount of pain.
Oh my God.
In a way, it was my fault because I rejected him in the first place because I wasn't ready for a relationship.
Right.
And then when he told me he was dating another person, he started dating somebody else. I felt like, oh my god, this person is cheating on me. Yeah,
Right.
that was the first time I felt pain. But then that was not really a heartbreak. But then that was the first time I
Again, the
felt like
kind of
pain.
pain that you felt
Yeah.
that time.
And then I would see them together. I would come to school, and this girl used to go in the same school as me. And okay, so I was in an all girls school, and he was in an all
All
boys
boys
school.
school.
But
Okay.
then our vans were co-ed. So, like,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So, because it was a private van, and toward like every day after school, I would be with my friends, and I would see him with that girl, and it would boil my
Oh
blood.
my.
Every day I would see them together and it would pain my heart, and they would be holding hands and all that. I was in school, it was like really nibba nibbi type, but still it was really like very painful for me to watch.
I think you always remember your first heartbreak.
Yeah, you always remember your first crush as well. This was the first guy I ever properly crushed on. And yeah, so watching my crush being with somebody else, that too after I only rejected him, it was my fault. It was very painful. So that was the first time I felt pain. But my first heartbreak, like my first breakup, was when with my first relationship. I've only dated two guys so far,
Right.
and I've been in situationships, which is why I said I've been in a couple of relationships in the
Right.
past. So I've properly only dated two guys, and the previous guy, like my ex boyfriend, he was the one who put me like my audience knows him, so I don't want to like speak shit about him, but he was the one who made me feel like intense amount of pain because it was my first heartbreak after a long term relationship. I was with him for 3.2 years.
Oh, that is long time.
Yeah, and the thing with me is when I like somebody a little too much, I have a very, very hard time letting go of that person. So after our breakup, we were friends for like another year. For like, you can't be friends with your ex, by the way. Today we are not friends, but
No,
then
but how did you manage to be friends with your exes at
it
that
was.
point?
I'm gonna be honest, it was nothing like friends at all. We were still behaving like we were dating.
But you were not dating. Officially,
Yeah,
you were not dating?
yeah. Officially, we were not dating, and we were also seeing other people at the same time.
Okay.
So in a relationship, obviously, we were not seeing other people. But then when we were officially broken up, we did start seeing other
Right.
people. But we used to also hang out.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right. So, do you think like after breakup, you can still be friends with your ex?
I think it depends on how badly the breakup ended. Did it end in good terms, bad terms, what? Because when I broke up with my ex-boyfriend and I would see other guys, first of all, those other guys would be like, "Why are you still friends with your ex?" And then even my ex would be very insecure about the fact that I was seeing other guys. So in a way, me being friends with my ex really did not work out
Right.
because of the problem it caused in my current relationships.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it did cause problems, so we ended up not being friends at all. Today we are not friends. But
Right.
yeah, he put me through some intense amount of pain. First of all, it's because he was my first ever boyfriend, and we were in the same college, by the way. We were in the same class, so I would see him every single day. So we
Mm-hmm.
were very, very close and all of that. And then once we so it was my first relationship, so he was my first everything. So it was a very happy, cute relationship that I had with him. And then after we broke up, it didn't hurt me that much. Like I was crying and I missed him a lot and all that. It was when he started dating somebody
So,
else
okay.
that it really hurt me. I think breaking up is fine. It's like when your ex starts dating another person, that is when it hurts.
Oh my
So
God.
when he started dating somebody else, that is when I felt so like hopeless and lost in life. And I was in my room crying for a week, 2 weeks. I was crying. I was binge watching Money Heist, and yeah, it was a bad scene. I wouldn't eat. I would just be
And
crying.
how long did this go on for? Like, how long were you in this phase of trying to move on and still crying, still not doing well?
I cried for a week straight, but then thankfully I had my friends and family back then who really helped me move on. I wouldn't leave the house, so my friends would literally drag me out of the house saying, "Let's go out. You need to go out. You need to,
And don't you think it is important, right?
yeah." especially, when you're going through such a hard time, you really need your friends and family around you. That is when you realize, they are the ones who are always going to just be there for you.
Be there for you.
So because I was always in my room crying, my mom really got very concerned for me. Okay, so so this went on for like a week. I cried, and then me moving on from him itself like took 1 year. So after we broke up, like I said, no, we were friends after that.
Right.
So that's because we were not able to move on. I wasn't able to
So
move on.
both of you were not able to move on, or
Yeah,
only you were not able to
both
move?
of us were not able to move on. But then I didn't want to get back with him because we were not. We were not compatible. Is
Compatible.
what I feel. When we just started dating when we were friends, and you grow as a person, right? You can't, unless they are
Absolutely.
growing with you and they are getting mature with you, the relationship will not work out. And it wasn't working out for me because I felt very stagnated with him. I felt like that relationship wasn't going anywhere. So yeah, we ended up breaking up because it didn't work out for whatever reason. But he was still my best friend. We were best friends, and then we started dating. So it really hurt to like lose my best friend. This is the saddest part about dating your best friend, because when you break up with them, you're not just losing your boyfriend, you're also losing your best friend.
My God.
Yeah, so it was really very painful for me, and he like he genuinely was my best friend because we were in school like college together, and he was always there for me like a big brother. I don't know. I know it
I
sounds
get
bad.
it.
I'm like, why would you date your big brother?
No, yeah, I get it. I get it.
But yeah. So we started date, and then we broke up, and then it took me a year 2 years or something to get over, like a year to get over him.
But do you think like those people who are best friends right now? I'm
Hmm.
sure like there are a lot of best friends.
Yeah.
Okay, who have feelings for each other. Now, I'm not saying again, not all of them,
Hmm.
but there are still a lot of best friends, a guy friend and a girl best friends,
Hmm.
who have feelings for each other.
Hmm.
Okay, do you think they should tell it to each other?
Depends. Like if you really do, see, what I feel is every person, if you're a best friend with somebody, you're obviously best friends with them because you like them. But you know, just because you like them doesn't mean anything. It doesn't. You don't have to like associate like, oh, I like this friend. Maybe there is something more. Maybe there is not something more. You don't
Mm-hmm.
have to put it in your brain that there is something more. I
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, obviously you like your best friend. That is why you're best friends with them. So
But if we have feelings for them, should we tell them?
if you have feelings for them, see, first of all, I feel like dating and having a long term relationship with somebody is not just about feelings. It's about seeing if this person is a good potential future partner. That is the way I date people.
Absolutely.
I date people based on is there a future with them or where is this going.
Mm.
I don't act on, okay, now I'm feeling this way towards them, so I want to date them. No, I look at the long term perspective. I see if they're, matching my vibe, matching my energy. Do they have the potential? I don't date for fun anymore. So for now, if you just wanna like have fun and just be there, for like a short term, if you like them, you can tell them. But if you're
Want to for the long term,
yeah, for a long term, then you have to
you have
think
to
about it
think
and
about
see if they tick off all the right boxes.
it. Right. Now, with that, anyone who is going through a heartbreak,
Hmm.
okay, there are a lot of people who are going through major heartbreaks.
Yeah,
So, because you have been in that situation,
yeah.
names, okay. So, what are few things you would tell people who are trying to move on and are in like major pain right now?
First of all, you have to let yourself feel. I think you should stop pretending like everything is fine and just be normal. You should let your feelings, you should let yourself feel what you're feeling, because feelings are demand to be felt.
Yes.
Why?
Yes, I think this is from the movie Fault in
Fault in
Our
Our
Stars.
Stars. I don't think I said the dialogue correctly.
No, feeling, no,
Yeah, see, even I don't remember it.
pain.
Pain demands to be felt.
Yeah, pain is demand to.
Pain demands to be felt. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So when you're feeling something, you should just let yourself feel, cry it out, just talk to your loved ones about it, and vent and figure out why your relationship did not work out. And the first step of moving on is always acceptance.
Wow.
Yeah, like accepting the fact that it's over. If you keep telling yourself, maybe we will get back, maybe this is just a phase, maybe this is a bad time in our relationship, but we will get back. No, you'll end up
Mm.
getting back every time.
Mm.
You'll go through shit, and then one day you'll have am I allowed to say shit? I'm so
Yes,
sorry.
please. You are allowed to say anything.
You cry for a week, and then one day you're like, maybe I made the wrong decision, let me get back. And then you get back, and then it's a cycle all over again.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah, yeah,
cycle.
yeah,
You
yeah.
broke up for a reason. Do not get back. That's so the fact that you get back itself, you're getting back into that rut, you're getting back into that cycle. You broke up for a reason. So when once you accept the fact that you've broken up, that is when you finally actually start moving on,
Moving on.
accepting the fact that it's a over
And how
like
much time does it take to move on?
oh, that depends on the relationship, or it depends on the person. It depends on how you're taking the breakup. Depends completely on the person and how long the relationship was and for what reason it ended.
Right. And I think also moving on also depends on if you really want to move on. Like as you mentioned, Ames, that there are a lot of people they have broken up. Now they're like, okay, I want to move on, I want to move on. But they're not doing anything, they're not working towards
Moving
making it
on.
happen.
I think it's because, first of all, the one thing you shouldn't do is stalk your ex. Check up on what they're doing, checking their story through your secret account, and seeing if they're what are they doing. Are they seeing a new person? You need to completely disconnect yourself with your ex.
A-
That's the first thing you
And is
should.
it okay to block them after that?
Yeah, if that is what will help you move on, you should block them. Block the person because for a while during that no contact period, you shouldn't see them at all.
Hmm.
It helps. It really helps. Blocking people and not contacting them at all helps a lot in moving on.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think we have given a lot of uh, points to people who are trying to move on, and
Yeah.
thank you for that, Ames.
Yeah. You're
Okay,
welcome.
with that, we'll move to our final round of this episode.
Okay.
The
I'm
fun
excited.
round. Yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah, yeah,
excited.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'll tell you, it's simple. It's
Mm,
called
never have I ever.
Never Have I Ever. Okay, not exactly Never Have I. I have few questions with me.
Hmm.
So it's basically I have not,
Okay.
and then there is a question followed,
Hmm.
and you just pick whatever you
Okay.
feel like.
Okay.
Okay, so we have I have not, and followed by a question. Ames is here. We are going to start this game. Ames, are you excited?
Oh, I'm scared. I'm scared about what questions you'll ask me.
Okay, what do you think is the most dangerous question that could be right now?
Oh, something that my parents will not know about. Yeah, they'll not know something about, and then I'm like exposed on this. That's the most scariest question you can
Okay,
ask me.
so welcome to our I have not round,
Okay.
sponsored by the Backstory Store. We move to our first question, Ames.
Hmm.
I have not gone on a blind date.
Oh, never. I'm
Never?
too scared.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why?
I'm very scared. Like I'm scared. I don't. I will not go on blind
But do
dates.
you want to try out a blind date? Like
No.
not keeping in mind you have a boyfriend right
Mm,
now, but
even if I
otherwise.
was single, no. I'm very scared. Like I feel the best way to meet people is social situations, parties, and stuff like that. Mutual friends. That's how I meet friends. I go to
Okay.
parties. I meet my friends' ke friends.
Okay, mutually
Yeah,
basically.
that's the
But no
best.
direct one blind
Oh no, never.
date. Okay. Moving to our next question. I have not kissed someone on my first date.
I don't think so. No,
No.
no, no. I have
You
not.
can take time and think about it.
No, no, no. I have not. I have not. I have not.
Okay.
I'm trying really hard to think. Okay, no. Then it wasn't a date. Yeah. No, never.
Never. Perfect.
No.
I have not cried over a breakup.
Oh, obviously. You're not human if you don't cry. You're not human if you don't cry. Obviously.
You have.
Very
Great.
badly.
I have not broken someone's heart.
Oh, I have. I have.
Who's
I think my exes. I think so. I don't know. The thing is, every time if I have broken a guy's heart, they will not come and tell me, "You
Yeah,
broke my heart.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
going
yeah.
through shit because
But
you."
somewhere you are aware of it that you have broken someone's
Yeah,
heart.
yeah, yeah,
Have you
yeah,
been aware of
yeah.
it?
So basically, should I tell the story? There was this one time I was at a camping trip or something, and there were two guys in that trip, and both of them liked me. Okay, and then I also liked both of them, and I was giving vow to both of them. And then I finally ended up like hanging out with one guy more than the other guy. So the next day that guy actually told me, "You didn't, तुमने अच्छा नहीं किया मेरे साथ उसको चूज करके."
Oh my god. I really love these like small Like when men they come and they'll be like,
At least he came and told me what
yeah,
he felt, which I
yeah,
admire him
exactly,
for.
exactly. Because men are not very expressive about
Oh
these
yeah.
things. So when someone is coming and telling you few things, and like I think I'm really appreciate that.
It's a huge turn on for me when men are expressive about their emotions
Yeah,
and they tell you how they feel. They don't pretend to be like, okay, मर्द को कभी दर्द नहीं होता. Bro, what the hell, you're human. It's okay if you feel pain.
exactly,
It's
exactly.
a huge turn on when a guy is expressive about his emotions and tells you what he feels.
Salute. Okay, next question. I have not stolen my boyfriend's hoodie.
Oh, obviously. Obviously.
How many of them?
As of now, no, as of now, I don't have any of his hoodies.
But
But
you have at a point.
yeah, I have. Oh my god, I'm even more extra than that. I basically steal his oversized clothes.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
this has happened so many times. I would have bought like an oversized shirt for him to wear, and I'll be like, I really like it. I'm just gonna keep it. And so many times I've stolen his oversized clothes.
Oh
So
my.
as of now, I have like 3, 4 of his oversized
But does he
clothes.
steal your clothes?
I think, yeah, this one time that I love oversized clothes. So this one time he did steal one of my clothes. He has one
But
of
you
my
have to be
tops.
okay with that.
Yeah, because I steal his clothes anyways. Yeah, he does have one of my tops right now.
Perfect. I have I have not
Mm.
gone out on a date with a follower.
No, I have not. But no, I have not. No, no, no.
Not at all.
No, I was trying to think of a time when I've met somebody and then they've been like, I know you, I recognize you.
Okay, not
This has
that.
happened on dating apps. Like, there's somebody who swipes right on me and then they text me saying, oh my god, I follow you, you're my audio, like I watch your content.
Oh my god. So have you gone out on
i
dates
un-
with
I
them?
immediately unmatch. I unmatch because
I feel you.
it's just a personal choice. I like to go out or be with somebody who doesn't know me.
I think this is for with every creator or anyone who is a little famous. They don't want to be with someone who already knows you and
Yeah.
fancy you in that way and then
Yeah.
going out with you.
Yeah, it's just that there are people who know me and want to go out with me. They are a little too nice to me, and they're not their authentic, real selves around me because they're
Hmm.
like, okay, she's an influencer. I'm gonna be nice to her because I want to date her.
Hmm.
No, just be yourself. So I don't go out with people who know me.
Hmm.
I want them to be themselves around me.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Amazing question.
Mm-hmm.
I have not lied to my boyfriend to go out with my friends.
Never.
Never.
No, never. I'm very, like I have. There's nothing to hide. There's nothing to hide. Like, oh my god. Wait, wait. No, oh my god, wait, wait. Wait. I think I have. I have.
See,
I have, I think.
what was that situation?
Oh, I can't talk about it. I can't talk about it.
But you have.
Now he knows.
He knows about it.
Later we spoke about it and he knows about this. But there was this one time I went and met one of my friends. And yeah,
Okay, okay,
I have.
okay.
I don't want to talk about it. Yeah.
That was a great question, though.
No, it made me think for a while.
Okay, next one. Hmm. I have not gotten jealous whenever my BF, my boyfriend, have spoken to another girl.
Oh, Aryan is a red flag, green flag, bro. He's cares a lot about protecting his relationships with his girlfriends. Like I know, obviously, I know him, his past and all of that. He's very sensitive that way. Like
Mhm.
he never does things to
Like upset you, basically.
not upset me, basically make me feel threatened in the relationship. Like
Hmm.
I feel like, oh my, I feel like my boyfriend likes somebody else or he's hanging out with somebody else. He protects that any relationship that he cares about a lot, he protects it with all his heart.
Makes sense.
That's a very admirable quality.
Admirable quality. For sure.
Yeah, like even when there are girls texting him, he doesn't reply back.
Does he give it to you? Like, look at
No,
this.
he sends me screenshots. Oh, look, this girl is texting me. I'll be like, yeah, reply to her, talk to her. No, I don't want to reply to her. He,
But I'll tell you one thing about a few of the girls like this, where they'll be like, go reply, no. And then later, once you reply, then they will come back to you and be like, क्यों किया reply?
No, but I'm a little like, yeah, go make friends. You should reply back to her. I'm okay with him talking to other girls also. I'm okay with it
But
because
are you someone who is be like, I'm okay with you talking to other girls right now,
hmm.
and then later go and threaten him? Okay, why did you do that?
That's what I said. I've never been in a situation like that because Aryan has never put me in a situation
Yes,
like that. That's really admirable.
yes.
Admirable.
I think
He
respect
put,
to him, man. Respect
yeah,
to him.
like he protects his relationships a lot.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, moving forward. I have not blackmailed my boyfriend
Hmm.
to get things done.
Blackmailed my boyfriend to get things done. I've not, but there have been times when I'm very upset and I I, I let him know that I'm upset so that he comes and meets me. That is a little selfish that way. Like I purposely let him know like I'm very upset. I want you to come over.
I'm upset. I'm sick. Aryan, you come over right now.
And the thing is, Aryan and I live very, very far away from each other's houses.
And that too in Bangalore.
Yeah, in Bangalore, in so much of traffic. So the even if he wants to meet me, it's like 1 hour drive to come and see me in Bangalore traffic.
Oh my god.
Ew, it's very bad. So I have made him feel like very sad. Like I'm very upset. Please come.
But he has been the sweetest and he has come
Yeah,
to meet you.
at times. Yeah, not every time because
But
it's
yeah, it is impossible.
yeah.
Great. Moving that to our last question of this amazing round.
Oh,
I have not written a love letter, a handwritten letter for my boyfriend.
for my boyfriend. For my boy. Yeah, I have. Yeah, I have.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I was thinking if I have. Yeah, I have. Like I'm very creative and I really like these I'm a little old school that way. I really like these gestures,
Yeah.
handwritten notes, flowers. I don't like fancy things too much. I love these small gestures. So I have done that. I have written a note and I've given it to him and
Wow.
stuff.
I think that is those gestures are like so underrated.
It's priceless.
It's
You
priceless.
can't buy it.
You can't buy.
Yeah.
I am someone who writes a lot of handwritten
Oh,
letters.
it's very
Okay.
romantic.
It
Yeah.
is very, very romantic. I
Yeah.
really want people to write it for me. There are few friends of mine who really do that for me,
Hmm.
and I really appreciate it. And
Yeah.
that is why whenever I get a like what do you say a moment to write it for someone else,
Hmm.
I'll do that.
And my audience is even more sweeter. They're very cute, okay? There have been times I've been in public or something like that, and some audience would be very scared to approach me. This happened to me in a flight. I was in a flight, I was going from Bangalore to Mumbai. The cabin crew guy, he knew me, and he wrote
Oh,
a handwritten note for me. So
wow!
cute, and he gave it to me. And I'm like, oh, this is so cute. And then this one more time during the under 25 summit, one of my audience brought a handwritten note for me, and she gave it to me. And I collect all these notes. I have
You
it
have
back.
it?
Yeah, I have it back at home. If any
Wow!
note that my audience has given me, I have collected. Imagine they're my audience,
Obviously, I
and they've
think
written handwritten notes for
it
me.
takes a lot to build those kind of an audience,
Uh,
James.
and
I'm
it's
not
so
kidding.
sweet, man. It's very sweet. They get me like chocolates, flowers, and all that. This one
Wow!
time I was in a hotel in Mumbai. One of my audience was
The
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 front
person
desk
front desk.
front desk girl. She got me like a box of chocolates and a bouquet and a handwritten note. My audience is like so expressive in the
Oh
way that
my
they
god! I think
care.
those are the sweetest gestures,
Yeah,
right?
I have the best audience. I have to say they're very sweet.
Wow!
Yeah,
Wow!
I have
Wow!
all the notes that they've given me.
Great.
Yeah.
So with that, we come to an end of our rapid fire round,
Oh.
and we have a small hamper for you.
Oh, really? Seriously?
Yes.
Wow.
So as I mentioned, the round is sponsored by the Backstory store.
Oh,
We have a small
wow.
hamper for you,
Oh, emotional baggage.
and there are few stuff inside.
I can
Please
I,
open it.
I can store my emotional baggage inside this now.
It is going to overflow.
Better days ahead. I really needed this reminder, by the way. I totally forgot you had our store. I forgot. Oh, wow. If you don't know this about me, I love to journal and
Oh
I
wow!
I love like any pretty looking books and all that. So you've just made my day. You've genuinely made my day.
I'm
Working
so
on my
happy.
dreams. I'll write down my video
I'm
ideas
so
here.
happy. I'm so happy.
I
You
love
know
these
why did I
things.
give you that one?
Why?
Because we spoke about something last time about you starting something, and then you're like, okay, should I start?
My own store and then my own podcast.
Yes.
Oh,
So I'm like, you.
Aw, that is so sweet. This is such a nice way to start my podcast and
That
my dreams.
yeah. So with
Thank
that,
you.
Okay, so with that, Ames, we come to an end. So
Aw.
before we leave, all your followers are watching this
Hmm.
episode. Okay, what is that something you want to tell them? Go ahead.
Hmm. uh, I would like to say that thank you so much for supporting me throughout my journey. I think in this podcast, I spoke a lot about my audience because they are a huge, huge, huge part of my life, and I'm so grateful. I hope you guys stay with me throughout my journey. Do follow the backstory and also just aiming on Instagram and YouTube. Uh, and yeah, thank you guys so much for watching today's video.
Okay, with that, okay, guys, if you have any questions, anything that you want to ask Ames, please comment below
Yeah.
and ask her because she's going to reply to all of that.
Yes, yes, I
Yes,
will.
Ames.
Yeah, I will.
Perfect, guys. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for coming, Ames, and making this
Thank you
podcast
so much for
amazing.
having me.
I hope you enjoyed this episode, and for more content in the future, so don't forget to subscribe and like this channel, and also follow us on Instagram by the name The Backstory. And as Ames mentioned, if you have anything, any question to ask Ames or me, don't forget to comment below and ask us. We are going to reply to all of your comments. See you until next time.